Hey you guys, it is your favorite real estate professional, Andrea Washington, and I am live. So I have a few minutes before I leave out. I have an inspection today over in Northeast Washington, D.C. But I thought a great video today would be, how do you know you're ready to buy a home? So I deal with an influx of home buyers. I mean, people who are approved on the spot, ready, or so they think. So I wanted to do this video to help maybe somebody who is in the process of buying decipher whether they are really ready or they may need some more time to prepare for home ownership. So when I deal with clients, I like to have a buyer's consultation to really see where they are in terms of their time frame when they're looking to buy a home, and just really get an assessment of their needs so I can best serve them as a real estate professional. So how do you know you are really ready to buy a home? All right, so you have done all of the work. You've submitted all of your asset and income documents to the bank, your lender, whoever it is, and they submitted a pre-approval or qualification letter to let you know how much of a home you qualify for. All right, so that is the first step. Financing. You cannot buy, unless you're buying cash, you cannot buy a home without financing. So that is your first step to know that you're ready to buy a home. The next step, have you saved money for your earnest money deposit? I can't tell you how many homeowners I come across who do not know what an earnest money deposit is. So I use this example all the time. An earnest money deposit is the difference between you giving a seller a piece of paper that says, I want to buy your home, and you giving the seller a piece of paper, which is your contract, along with a certified check to say, I'm interested in buying your home. Bless, Miss Lewis. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for chiming in. So your earnest money deposit is typically 1 to 3% of the sales price of your property. And this shows your level of investment. Anybody can hand a seller a piece of paper and say, I want to buy your house. It is not until you hand them a check, certified check preferably, that says, I'm serious. This shows that you are interested. You are truly vested in obtaining this property. I tell my buyers all the time, this is required for you to make an offer on a home. So I get buyers all the time, like I said, that want to go see houses. And it's great. Once you get a pre-approval, you want to go out. You think you're ready. But this is how you determine you're ready. If you've already discussed with your partner, or you already have an idea of what your earnest money deposit looks like, you need to be prepared to write that check during your showing appointment and give it to your listing agent or submit it with the title company. This is normally 1 to 3% of the sales price. So for instance, if you have a $300,000 home, your earnest money deposit will be approximately $3,000 or more. Of course, the higher the amount, the more it shows the seller that you're vested in this property. But you need to determine what is financially feasible for you and your family, all right? Do not go out looking for homes. Do not submit showing requests with your realtor until you have this in mind and are ready to write this check when you're out showing properties. This is how you know you are ready. Mind you, this money doesn't disappear. It goes somewhere. It goes towards your required funds for the purchase of your home. So at the end of the day, when you're ready to settle on your property, there will be required funds. It may go to taxes, appraisal, whatever prepaid funds, your earnest money deposit, it will deduct from that for the purchase of your home. So the title company, it is held in an escrow account, a non-interest bearing escrow account. The title company, they will hold your funds. They will also be the ones who facilitate your settlement. So it's sitting here with the title company. It's solid, it's safe, but it doesn't disappear. It's like a security deposit. So any funds required from you as settlement, it will come from that. For my NACA members, that earnest money deposit will be used to buy down your interest rate. If you're any of my NACA members and you've been following the mission, you know what buying down your rate is. You know this is super, super important with getting the best rate, the best mortgage for your new home. All right. So this is how you know you're ready to buy a new home. 1, you have your earnest money in place, which is typically 1 to 3% of the sales price. Another key component of knowing you're ready to buy a home you need to know where you live. I tell my buyers all the time, yes, I'm a real estate professional. I am your favorite real estate professional, but you need to know where you want to live before we go out and hunt houses. It's not my job to find your house. I can send you listings all day, but somewhere I would love to live may not be somewhere you love to live, and vice versa. So prior to going out home hunting, you need to have done some community shopping, and you need to know where you want to live. As your real estate agent, your real estate professional, it is my job to, one, get you the home you want, negotiate on your behalf, and always have your best interest at hand. But you need to know where you want to live. So the first thing I do in a buyer's consultation is determine how much purchasing power you have. That means how much of a home you can buy. The next step is based on what you tell me you want in a home. My job is to identify what areas offer you most of your points, most of your non-negotiable points in a home, and what area offers you that, so we can really streamline what places you can live in. So you can say Laurel, Bowie, whatever, right? But depending on how much of a home you can afford, these are the areas we will target. So we will streamline our search within those areas. You need to look. Redfin is an excellent resource. It's very up to date with the MLS, but it will help you identify properties, and you need to know what properties offer most of what you need within the price range that you've been approved for. It's not my job to find a house for you. You need to do your research as a buyer and identify properties that offer all or most of what you're looking for within the price range. My job as your real estate professional is to reach out to the listing agent, get as much information. I'm trying to find out if they're offering seller's contribution. Is this property as is? Any information that I can find out to ensure that you're making an intelligent and educated decision, that's my job. Then I'm going to compose the contract. I'm going to make sure your best interest, any monies that are available, I'm going to exhaust them. But you need to do your due diligence as a home buyer and identify where you want to live. That's how you know you're ready to buy a home. So you've determined that you're ready for your earnest money deposit. You have that check ready prior to requesting showings. You've identified a specific location on where you want to live because you've driven around. You've determined the commute from your job to this home, daycare to this home. You've done your research. You pulled up on a Friday night. You know that the neighborhood is either lit or low key and it's comfortable for you. You've done your research as an educated home buyer, and now you are ready to buy a home because you've done your part. Once we start the home search, I am going to schedule showings. Make sure you're able to get into these properties. When we walk through these homes, we're going to determine that the systems, I say you can have the most beautiful home, but you want to make sure the HVA system, the plumbing, electricity, those components are in place. You can have the most beautiful home, but you can paint a wall, you can improve things, but the major systems in the home are what you want to be up to par when searching for a home. We can change all of the aesthetics, but when I work with my home buyers, I like them to ensure that they have a solid foundation when buying a home. So as we home search, we're looking for these things. Next up, we negotiate. We put a contract together. We put certain components such as an inspection contingency, an appraisal contingency, and a financing contingency to protect that earnest money deposit that you've submitted to show that you're invested in the property. And then we negotiate. This is how you know you are ready to buy a home. I can't tell you how many people just want to see houses. Trust me, I love looking at houses. This is what I do. That's why I got in real estate. But I only like to look at homes that I can help my buyers buy. When I go out, my Glock is fully loaded and I'm ready to shoot on a home that my homeowners can buy. I don't like to just look at houses. I like to look at homes that are potential homes for my home buyers. So when you're on your home search, please Be prepared to save yourself a lot of time, energy, and stress, okay? The number one reason people give up on their home search is because they get so exhausted because they're looking at homes that they don't even want to buy. They're just curious. They're just looking. They're not in a position where they're actually ready. I promise you, if you do your research, you commute, you go back and forth, you community shop, you look into the neighborhoods, you're going to the websites to see the crime statistics, the school statistics, everything that is important to you prior to sending these properties to your agent. I promise you, you will have a great home buying experience. The home search is the hardest part. The hardest part is finding the home. As an educated and empowered buyer, I want to ensure that you're ready. So get out there, explore communities, do your research, and then reach out to your agent so they can do their job to get you the home. That is how you know you're ready. I want to do this video because I get people reach out to me all the time. I can't even tell you, like my phone rings a million times a day with people who think they are ready to buy a home. And then we have this conversation. Please, please, please do your due diligence prior to reaching out to your real estate professional. My goal is to ensure that this process is fun, it's interesting. It is our segue to home ownership. We're not here for fun. When we go out looking for homes, I want you to send me homes that you love. I have my clients send me a top 3 list, and these 3 homes need to be homes that they love. Like, I want to see this home now. All right. So I try to put my buyers in a position where they are ready. Because when we go out, we want to ratify contracts. All right. So do yourself a favor, do your real estate professional a favor, and look into homes that you love, that you've done your research on, and that you are ultimately ready to buy. For my NACA members, I'm so freaking excited. Today's interest rate is 3.125%. We have not seen this rate in years. So I encourage you, if you're out there on your search, find some homes that you love. Get on your real estate professional's line and get out and see these homes. I got 2 ratified contracts today, and I'm super excited because they were going to be locked in at this rate. For those of you who don't know how interest rate affects your home purchase, the lower the interest rate, the higher your buying power. The lower your interest rate, the lower your mortgage. So this is what you need to be educated as you go out and do your home search. All right. So take advantage of what is now. The interest rates are low. There are some beautiful homes. Yes, it is a seller's market. A lot of sellers are not giving sellers contribution, but there is some inventory out here, and I encourage you to buy now. The purchase of your home is one of your greatest investments, and you need to make sure it's a financial investment. It's not just something, oh, it's a cute house. It needs to be financially feasible and affordable for you and your family. So how do you know you're ready to buy a home? You've taken into consideration the financial investment, which includes your earnest money deposit, which you need to be ready to write when you're out there looking at homes. And you've also done your due diligence as an educated and empowered buyer, and you know a specific location and area you want to live in. I promise you, this will make for a better home buyer experience. I hope this video has helped you. I try to keep it short and sweet, but make sure you're an educated and empowered buyer. Yes, you have real estate professionals, your real estate agent, your mortgage counselor, your lender. All of these people are working on your behalf, but at the end of the day, the only person you can count on is you. So as a home buyer, you need to make sure you're doing your research, you're doing your due diligence to ensure that you know exactly where you want to be and what you need so your real estate professionals can work on your behalf. I hope this has empowered you. I hope this has given you some insight on how you can move forward and make your home buying experience a lot better. As always, your favorite real estate professional is here to assist you in any way. I am an in-house agent with NACA, the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. Right now, we have the best rates in America. Today's interest rate is 3.125%. 125. And you also have a component where you can buy down your rate. Again, to reiterate, for those who don't understand, the lower your interest rate, the higher your buying power. With our organization and our mortgage, I'm able to help people get in homes that they would have never been able to afford. The lower your interest rate, the higher your buying power. You have the power to take any money you save, any cash assets, any retirement, and buy down your rate and purchase a home that may not have otherwise been available to you as a home buyer. Our mortgage is totally changing lives. I have clients that got approved on the spot at some of our Achieve the Dream events, and they are under contract. I have one that I love to use as a testimonial, a success story. They got $15,000 in seller's assistance that has helped buy down their rate to 1.25%. Again, it's not super complicated. The lower your interest rate, the higher your buying power. Now is the time to buy. Home ownership is the key. Assets over liability. Stop making your landlord rich. All right. As always, I'm here to answer any questions you may have in regards to home ownership. I am your buyer specialist. Feel free to go to my website, actionwithaj.com, and register for the best mortgage in America. Be ready to buy. Now is the time to buy. Be educated, be empowered, and get out there and own something. All right. Until next time, you guys. Peace.